Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here with our celebrity tarot card reading with Blackpink's Lisa and Jennie Kim. We are going to get into this celebrity reading in just a minute, but first go ahead and hit subscribe if you would, please and thank you to Hangman Tarot. And once you do that, make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss any of the notifications here. We're going to get straight into this. Move my coffee out of the way. If you want to check out any more of these Blackpink readings, there's a playlist at Hangman with all the Blackpink readings that I've done thus far, including the one from yesterday with Jennie and the other person. Hello. All right, so I'm going to get a current energy between the two of them first. Then I'm going to get into their relationship in the past, present, and the upcoming future. I don't know, because I really feel like, I don't know. I can't tell. I feel like maybe they do some behind the scenes things, but I don't think, in my head, I don't think they are, but I don't know yet. I have no idea yet. We'll see though. All right, so we've got some love. We do have lack of luck though. So there's some good energy with this love card, but with luck in the relationship, there hasn't been much of that. There's low energy in career. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they just aren't working as of right now. But there is some really nice boundaries here between the two of them in their relationship. Oh, I know. Your little eyeballs. Okay. So that's just what I'm gathering as of right now. And boundaries are just, maybe they're protecting their energy. Maybe they're protecting themselves in some sort of sense, as far as their relationship, even energetically, could be intuitively. We're going to find out though. So let's get into this tarot reading. I'm excited now too. I'm like, oh my God, I got to do this reading. Cause I mean, it just keeps coming up in the other Blackpink readings, really. I mean, in the last one. So let's find out. Let's find out what they're doing. Hola. All right. All right, so in the past, we're starting in the past with the two of them. Jennie is going to be on my left side, and then Lisa will be on the right side. So Knight of Cups, reverse, the 8 of Swords, that is upright, 4 Cups up, and then we have our 10 of Swords, that is up. All righty. Let's get into this. All right, so the thoughts on the relationship in general is that there's a little bit of an unrealistic emotion. So Jennie seems to be probably a little bit overly emotional, or the sulky one in the relationship, or the one who just kind of gets depressed more or less. She's probably the one who just feels all these emotions pretty heavily, and just as happy as she is just as sad as she is. She's one of those people who definitely listens, but I feel like there's a bossiness and a jealousy here too. Emotionally, there is frustration because of something about within a conversation that the two of them had, especially when they were in their beginning stages of their friendship. There was a breakup or something where it made her feel very hard to love. So this could be indicating a relationship between the two of them, or just a relationship in general. And again, this is the beginning stages of their relationship. But there was, the challenge here was that there was just too many bad influences, or too many influences around them. And there was definitely some frustration though over not being able to kind of do whatever it is that they wanted to do. I mean, who knows at this point? Over on Lisa's end of things, she thinks that instantly, in the very beginning, this was hopeless. So she felt like it was just not working. She didn't want to rush into it. And that's just kind of how she was feeling. But she felt like there was a failure in the current relationship, and that both of them are feeling the same way. So as soon as this probably started, it was communicating to them, or communicated in general, that they weren't doing it. They're not allowed. Not happening. So it was almost like it was like a failure setup, basically. And she's more of the sensitive type. She's more spiritually connected also. So she knew that this wouldn't be okay. Because emotionally, this dealt with, a lot of her reflection time, a lot of her inner work was to see what the full picture was here. So emotionally, she sees all the truth. She knows that there's some things here in order for them to have that type of a relationship. There's a lot of things here that are missing. So they wouldn't have been able to, even if they wanted to, because the things that they needed were not there, if that makes sense. And just kind of like looking back on it and looking back on the structure, the stability, any kind of framework in this fucking relationship had to do with not them. They weren't allowed to do anything like that. So, all right, let's find out what's going on most presently. All right, we got our 5 of Wands. That's reversed. The moon is upright. We got our 2 of Cups. That's reversed. Excuse me, that's upright. 10 of Wands is reversed, though. Okay, so as far as their relationship now, when they're thinking about it, when Jenny's thinking about the relationship right now, it's exhausting. There's harmony every now and again and solutions, but it's mostly teamwork at this point when she's thinking about the relationship. And she feels like there's definitely no competition when it comes to her. So she's very like jealous. She's very like possessive as a friend. So she's like, I'm going to be the only one and I don't want to deal with anybody else. So that's kind of her thoughts on it. And she knows though, I mean, eventually the fight or, the competition really won't end. But as of right now, it has ended. Emotionally, she is confused and she's not sure about the relationship or, the things that are underneath the surface, all the secrets and stuff. This will bring a lot of vulnerability to her. And it's just at this point in her bold ways, she's very effective in general, but like the way she is with other people, like because she's bold and she's like ballsy. She's like, get the fuck out of here. Like she's one of those people. Like she's just not sure about this. And if she were to be in a place where she wasn't confused anymore, she'd be vulnerable. So she doesn't know, like she doesn't know if she wants to open up her eyes to the truth. There's a lot of like truth here, but it's stuff that she's just not looking at. She doesn't want to deal with it. She doesn't want to know about it. She doesn't want to reflect on what this emotionally could do for her or do to her. So over on Lisa's side of things, she has some blocked thinking when it comes to the relationship, and she blames herself for the relationship and kind of the ending where their completion is. She does feel like they do get carried away sometimes and they struggle with work constantly when it comes to the situation. They're very passionate people, both of them. But I feel like with the job stuff, it's just like you can count on their hand how many times this has been kind of the blame is put onto them, the blame is put onto the job or whatever. But it does create a lot of like fog in the mind, if you will. But I feel like she's definitely thinks that this is ended in a meaningless reason, a meaningless way, it's just meaningless. I think that emotionally though, the high moment is here. There has been a high moment and there's nothing to force in this relationship. And whatever this relationship is to them, it will shape them for the rest of their life. So she's, with the emotion and the connection and the things that they have involved here, I feel like emotionally their status is always going to be a really lovely situation, no matter what. Nobody can kind of take away, that romantic or that energetic feeling that they have between the two of them. Yeah, unfortunately, it is kind of toxic. It will always be kind of toxic. I mean, really, because you're in the state of wanting a relationship, a deep, real one, whether it's a boy or a girl. But on the outskirts of things, you're supposed to fake it. Like, this is so fucked up. Like, it's so fucked up. I don't even understand why somebody would allow their kids to do this. You know what I mean? Or like, I mean, anything. Like, run. Fame is not that important. Believe that. All right, let's find out what's going on upcoming. What's going on ahead of us here with the two. Okay, over on Jenny's side of things, Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Wands upright. I feel like she's afraid to take a risk in the upcoming future, no matter what, okay? I feel like the passion is definitely going to slow down because there is a love here. but she's not allowed to like slow down enough for this love. She can't put effort into this relationship, and she's afraid to take that risk anyway. She's worried and she's going to be affected secure wise, or, you know, through the money or through financials, however that runs. Hold on. I'm going to wait till this reconnects. Okay. Are we reconnected? So yeah, she's even in the upcoming future here, within the next few months, even, it's just like, emotionally, yeah, she wants to explore. Emotionally, she would expand, you know, looking for more adventure, really knowing, because she thinks a lot before she acts. Okay. So she knows that emotionally, this is something that would be a huge adventure for her. But, you know, again, this is just not something that they can really do. Over on Lisa's side of things, excuse me. Cannot get rid of the cold stuff. Okay. So I'm thinking about it in the upcoming future. There's definitely some sort of change or some sort of conflict. But she's going to be appearing as if she's fully committed and on the same page with somebody that she's supposed to have a crush on, or somebody who has a crush on her. I don't know what any of that means, but it could be even take her into like a traditional or spiritual endeavor. But I feel like the wedding, there could even be a wedding, I mean, at some point. But I feel like this is going against the grain of what she's wanting to do. But again, this is something that she's going to have to be on the same page of. And that has a lot to do with almost like anything to do with their career, for sure. And it just brings them reliability within the money, within their business, whatever they're doing for work. I mean, emotionally, she's blocking this with this Ace of Cups in reverse. She's, you know, she's held back this entire time. She's had to. So upcoming, she's going to try and control how she feels about the situation, pretend she's fully committed with somebody who had a crush on her, or she had a crush on them. I mean, however that unfolds, you'll see. But either way, I just feel like she doesn't want to ignore how she truly, truly feels, but she knows that she cannot in that new emotional beginning, you know, something else for that. But this, she's going to hold back. She'll be holding back the entire time. So that's what that is. Other than that, if you have any questions, just let me know. For a minute here, I'll just wait it out, and then we can pull cards on it. But yeah, I just don't think, I think it's just one of those things where you have to, you have to play the face, you have to play the game. And that's to be the celebrity. Be set up a certain way, and if it interferes with how they look, I mean, that will potentially cut them off right at. There's no way to fucking go around that, especially with the two girls. Like, I want them in relationships with boys, especially the, you know, those young band boys or whatever's going on over there. So it's like, they're not fucking around with that shit. They're like, no, this will fuck up our money. But I mean, they do love each other for all purpose intent. They love each other. They may not be romantic out in public, but they have something going. And this could have been something short. It could have been longer, but I just feel like as soon as it started, it was ended, and it was made to end. So I don't think that they're allowed to be doing any of that. And that's their job. I mean, so I guess who am I to judge their job? But fuck, like, get a different job. If you can't even love who you want to love, what is the point of being here? Like, this is pointless, right? All right, I got to get out of here. Please hit subscribe. Go ahead, click the bell, share, like, and follow. When you see the videos that pop up right about in the upload right about here, you're going to go ahead and share those on your social media. Check out my social media here, or you can request a celebrity through comments. You can leave it there too. Get a hold of me there at the social media. No matter what, ask questions. Thank you. We'll see